Okay, this is problem number 2 on chapter 9, section 3. First of all, we need to set up this data set on L1 and L2. The claim is that for the population of ages of best actresses and best actors, the difference have a mean less than 0. So this is the claim. Okay, so that corresponds to the alternative hypothesis. That's why this has inequality less than on the alternative hypothesis. The null hypothesis only contains equality, and the claim is here. It is always important to specify what the claim is. Sometimes the claim is here on the null hypothesis, here, or in the alternative. Okay, you set up these numbers on the calculator on list 1 and L2. You know how to do this already by now. You go to start, press 1, and enter all these numbers. These numbers on L1 and these numbers on L2. Okay, so you will not see these numbers yet. All these numbers are not gonna be there. What you gotta do, let me show you the sequence of steps. You go to start, you go to number 1, you set up these numbers, and then you highlight. Well, let me clear this. I'm gonna show you when you set up these numbers, you will not see anything here. To set up the formula for L3, you highlight L3, make sure it's highlighted, and press second 1 minus second 2. That formula will be the least 1 minus the least 2. Okay, so after you have these numbers, you go to start again, and you will select a number 2, which is a t-test. Let me show you here. You go to start, and you go to test to the right with the arrow here, and you select number 2 here. Here, the null hypothesis is that the mean of the difference is 0. So we keep this 0. Make sure you highlight data. Do not highlight stats. List, well, the default is L1, but you don't want to the calculator to take L1. You want to have these numbers in the list, L3. So that's why you have to change this to L3. Second 3. That's how you set up L3. The alternative hypothesis is less than, so that's why you have to make sure this is selected. Also, this is important. This is gonna be L3. Okay, and then you calculate or draw whichever you want, either this or this one. I'll click here. If you click on draw, you're gonna get this part, this screen. So let me click here, and that's how you get your test statistic and your p-value. Okay, from these two numbers. Okay, this is the test statistic and this is the p-value, or you get it from here, the test statistic and the p-value. The next part is what is the conclusion based on the hypothesis test? Well, in this case, the p-value is 0.008, which is less than alpha. When the p-value, let me write here, p-value is less than alpha, we reject the null hypothesis. Okay, so we reject the null hypothesis, and the claim does not contain equality. The claim does not contain equality, and you reject the null hypothesis. So this is our situation, and this is the way you word that conclusion. Okay, so there is sufficient evidence to support the claim that actresses are generally younger when they won the award than actors. So that's how you write this part. On the second part, well, this is already on the first part. The second part is you need to construct the confidence interval, okay? That can be used in part A. For this, we need to keep in mind that is the significance level is 0.05, if I'm correct. Let me go back to check that. Yeah, the significance level is this. And the type of test is a left tail. Okay, it's a left tail. Well, when the significance level is 0.05 and you have a left tail, I don't have the table right here. Let me show you this table from other problems we have done before. Okay, so from this table, let me copy this table. Okay. One second, let me just go back to our problem. We are on page 13. Okay, let me paste that table. Okay, let's go back to this problem. Well, apparently it didn't paste, so let me go back to that part. It was here, and let me copy this table and go to page 13. Okay, I didn't want to start all the video over, so okay, I have a table here. So we have a significance level of 0.05 and one tail. That indicates that our confidence level will be 90%. That will be our confidence level. Okay, so confidence level will be 90% according to this little table we have here. And well, let me keep going on this. We go to stat. That's how you get this screen. You go to test with that right arrow here, and then we select the t interval. Just let me capture this screen, and you will select the one that says t interval. Okay, it might be a different number for you, but for me it's number 8. So that's number 8 for me. And under data, you need to highlight data. Make sure this list is list 3. Okay, if you have something else, you just click second 3, and then frequency we leave it like as 1. The confidence level, we just find it out in the table, it's 90%, so you type in 90% there, and you click calculate. After that, you will see the confidence interval, which is from -16.7 to -3.9. Okay, so that is this part right here. Now, since the confidence interval contains only negative numbers, we reject the null hypothesis. Remember, this is the rule right here. Okay, it says reject a claim that the population parameter has a value that is not included in the confidence interval. So remember, in the null hypothesis, this value is 0, right? So this 0 is not contained in the confidence interval. That's why we reject. Okay, we have a negative 16.7 and a negative 3.9, so 0 is not in the interval. Okay, so that's how you do this problem.